What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. So today is June the 10th. I want to give you a quick pre-market update, go over some of the hot movers and what big money is really focusing on. Before we get into any of that, make sure to hit that thumbs up. And with that, let's get right to it. So as far as data points, not all that much, same as yesterday. So the focus is trade talks. And so far from what we've heard, things seem to be going pretty good. So Day 2 has commenced, so we'll wait and see for further updates, but that was pretty much the big deal for yesterday as well as today. Near power hour, you might have some last minute jitters associated to the next couple trading days. So Wednesday we have CPI, PPI on Thursday, and then Michigan consumer sentiment. So typically during power hour, you see some volatile times, so just anticipate that. But aside from that though, you do have the futures fairly green. Dow is up 0.07, S&P 0.14, NASDAQ up 0.15. So things seem to be looking pretty a-okay. As far as SoFi specific, it is up 0.43%. No news, no SEC filings. They do have their fireside chat in the morning, so that could be a good catalyst, again, dependent on what is truly said. But aside from that, shorts have been slowly returning over the last week. So 13.42% of the free float is being shorted. Works out to be 145 million shares overall are being shorted. Same key pivot as yesterday, so 1440. Just watch for that. If not, then you are going to see more of a kind of consolidation over the next couple trading days. So just watch for that. And then 1350 is going to be the next strong support. So just be aware of that. But moving on, Tesla is up 2.27% pre-market. Even during the after hours yesterday, or I guess even more so during power hour, you had Trump coming out and saying that he's not getting rid of his Tesla. That in among itself was enough to really push Tesla higher. So I think there's a little bit of FOMO kicking in. So yeah, it's kind of a interesting, lucky to those individuals that did buy the Tesla dip. So yeah, it's a fun time for them. As far as shorts though, they did return a little bit yesterday, but despite that though, they've been really doubling down. So they kind of sensed maybe Tesla is going to flop in some capacity or whatever else, but 3.04% of the free float is being shorted. Works out to be 85.1 million shares overall are being shorted. Currently with it at 316 pre-market, trading between this R1 and the pivot. 307 is going to be a strong support, so just watch for that. And then 339 is going to be the next strong target / resistance. I actually don't see either of them being touched today, so it's just going to be somewhere stuck in the middle. So for those of you that are day traders, just look at the 1 minute chart ultimately. But moving on, ticker is KNW. So it is down 14%, getting a lot of volume. And I think in reality, it's just profit taking. There's no other news, no SEC filings coming out today to justify obviously it going down. Yesterday it went up 94.87%. So you're going to have that happen. But one thing I do really like to mention is typically on green days and that days that have a lot of good momentum, usually these dips get bought up. So again, for those of you that are day traders, this one might be one to potentially watch. 20.94% of the free float is being shorted, works out to be 1.4 million shares. From this line, you can see shorts are all over the place. So they are doubling down 1 second and then returning the next, despite the price action not really moving all that much until like the last 2 trading days. So shorts are going to play a very big part in today. So again, just be aware of that. Right now though, with that 255, it is trading still above all the key fib levels that I typically like to look at. So 243 is going to be a strong support, so just watch for that. If it is able to stay above that, then 363 is essentially the next strong target / resistance. And for a momentum stock, that it could be touched. So this one definitely add to your watch list. RGTI, and in fact all quantum stocks are actually moving higher, but RGTI is getting a lot of volume, and that is because of this. NVDA and HP is making a new supercomputer in Germany. So again, that's going to be pretty good for quantum stocks. I think that'll come very much in need, so we'll kind of just watch for that. Still though, this is a ways out. I've seen, I don't think it actually indicates here, but it is going to be a ways out, so don't anticipate any crazy updates other than this. But as far as RGTI goes, 18.16% of the free floats being shorted, works out to be 52 million shares. Shorts surprisingly have been returning quite a lot, but still a significant amount of their daily volume. So shorts will be very present today, but at the end of the day though, they do feel that RGTI might actually start to move higher. This is why they've returned from the peak of, looks like March the 25th. So just anticipate a lot of volatility today coming and associated to RGTI. With it at 1152, it is trading right now between this pivot and this S1. 968 is going to be a strong support, and then 1212 is going to be the next strong target / resistance. In my opinion, I do feel like this pivot point will be touched. I don't know if it'll have enough to actually break above it and stay there, but nonetheless, that one should be touched. So for those of you that like to day trade again, that one definitely watch for. And oddly enough, Mara is getting a lot of volume, and I felt justified to bring this one up only because it's been a very long time since I've brought up any mining stocks, and crypto's actually been like moving like crazy. So the fact that a lot of the miners are just getting forgotten, it's kind of unfortunately sad, but it is up 0.12% this morning. But like I said, getting a lot of volume. No news, no SEC filings associated to Mara. 27.21% of the free float is being shorted, works out to be 94.02 million shares. Shorts doesn't seem like they have any rhyme or reason to what they do. They just double down, increase, seems to be kind of inverse to the stock price for whatever reason. So something again just to keep in mind, that shorts are relatively all over the place. But with it at 1629, it is trading right now between this R1 and the pivot. So 1642 is going to be the next strong target / resistance. So just watch for it to break above that, and in my opinion, I do feel like it will actually be done. So just watch for that 1642 today. With all that said, let me know your thoughts. What other stocks is kind of floating your boat or that you're planning on trading? So throw some tickers in the description below. And then one final thing, pop over to my Patreon and give buy signals on stocks, options, crypto, many of which have been absolutely on point. Definitely worthwhile to pop over there and take a look. With all that, appreciate all of you watching.